Welcome back, people. Another episode of Flacko Sporting. Super Sunday, 4:30. Liverpool versus Arsenal. My ops. My ops. Are they the two strongest teams in the Premier League right now? Would you say City have closed that gap from last season? Where they were off the pace? This fixture is at Anfield. Are the winners of these fixtures at Anfield and the Emirates, home and away, whoever comes out on top, will they be the champions of the Premier League this season? Is this the blockbuster tie this season? I think most will say so. I feel like whatever team comes out on top on Sunday, they will feel like we're going to win the league. You know? If you look at last season's results between these two teams, stalemate, but entertaining games, 2-2, 2-2 in both games. Then we get to Arsenal's record versus the Big Six. In the last two seasons, I believe they're unbeaten. Will that prove important on Sunday? Will they continue that run? You know? I think over the years that Arsenal have been challenging for the league over the past 3 seasons, you'd say, they've become more and more of a defensive, strong team. Last season, Liverpool were quite a balanced team. This season, they look like they're back to all-out attack. Are we going to see that on Sunday? A great display of attack versus defense. You know? Let's get into it, man. Obviously, let's look at the results for both teams so far in the Premier League. 2 fixtures played so far. For Liverpool, opening game of the season versus Bournemouth, 4-2. Then, most recently, 3-2 against Newcastle. Both amazing, entertaining ties. I don't know how much the Liverpool fans are happy that they're the most entertaining team. That's what they were saying about Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham last season. But the most entertaining because they're so high scoring, they concede, but their aim is to score more. And it reminds me, it's very reminiscent of Liverpool's team before they shored up their defence, you know, when they just missed out on the league, when they just missed out on the Champions League. I remember they still had Lovren and Karius, you know, and I think that's when Van Dijk, Alisson came in and shored that up. But I remember that season when they were nearly men, they were outscoring the opposition. And that's the vibe Liverpool are giving me this season. Obviously, their team is a lot stronger than those times. But that's the vibe they're giving. But you see, especially in the last game versus Newcastle, Liverpool, that's the signs of a great team. Champions, you know. Just that heart to get those 3 points one way or another. Bringing on Rio, 16 years of age, to get the winner. And that's squad depth, you know. So I think as shaky as Liverpool have been defensively, questions over Konate, I think they go into this feeling that they can outscore anyone, you know. So we'll see how that goes. Arsenal, first day of the season, played in an abysmal fashion versus Manchester United. Still came out with a win though, 1-0. Set piece United, set piece FC, I should say. But again, like I said in the reaction to that video, the reaction to that match, I should say, that's the signs of a great team. When you're playing badly, can you still grind out the result? And they did. And what did they do the week after against Leeds? As expected, a dominant display. 5-0. Gyökeres with a brace, just like I said. When Arsenal were the dominant team, you will see the best of Gyökeres. I think people need to not judge Gyökeres on whether he's playing well for 90 minutes. They bought that man to score goals. That's all I'm judging him on. You know, there's been the thing around Gyökeres. Can he turn up in big games? He's already 0 for 1 this season for Arsenal. Is he going to make it 1 out of 2, or is he going to make it 0 for 2? Is he going to hide at Anfield, or is he going to show up? And I think if he shows up, it will be a huge statement. It will be a huge, huge statement. Do I think he's going to show up? I don't know. But Liverpool do look like they can be got at. And Arsenal, I know they've got a couple injuries. We'll get into that. But I think Arsenal are a well put together team and they can get at them. But let's look at what the predicted lineups could be. So obviously for Liverpool now, Alisson in goal, right back, left back, Frimpong, Kerkez. I do think even Konate has been off form. I think Konate will still start. I think he typically has good games against Arsenal. So Konate and Van Dijk, obviously. Then you'll probably have Gravenberch in the 6. Probably Szoboszlai maybe in the 8. And then Wirtz. Or to be fair, not Szoboszlai. McAllister. McAllister will be in the 8. And Wirtz will probably be in the 10. Then you've got Salah. I think Gakpo will start because I think Gakpo will be a very key player for Liverpool this season. And you see me, I'm not wrong often. But when I'm wrong, I'll admit. I never really was a fan of Gakpo, but I do think Gakpo is going to be a key player for Liverpool this season. I really do. And then Ekitike up top, who's got off to a blinder in his Liverpool career. So I reckon that will be the starting lineup for Liverpool. A very, very strong team, very attacking team. And you wonder if Arsenal can exploit when Frimpong and Kerkez are bombing up and they leave all that space in behind. Now, Arsenal predicted 11. Obviously, Saka and Odegaard injured. So you know who we got to talk about. But let's start from the back. So, pause. Raya in goal. Now, this was also a reason how they saw out that game against Manchester United. The fact that they were able to start their supposed second choice right back and left back in Ben White and Calafiori and bring on Miles Lewis-Skelly and Jurrien Timber. It's great options to have, Who do I think will start? I think Timber will start in this game. That tenacity that he has, I think is needed in a game like this. Especially to try and lock up one of those wingers. He will be lock up Gakpo. And then left back. I mean, depending on who plays left back, depending on who plays left wing, I think will mean who plays left back. And I believe Martinelli will start. And therefore, maybe Skelly will get the start because Skelly likes to invert. Martinelli will be bombing down the wing. So we'll see. I'm gonna predict Skelly. Then obviously you're gonna have Zubimendi, Rice in the midfield. We'll touch on who's gonna play in the 10 last, in my opinion. But I think on the right will be Madueke. I think obviously to cover for Saka, and I think Madueke is gonna show probably his best in that right wing position, and that's why I was under the impression that Madueke was bought to be an understudy to Saka, to help Saka when he's tired, when he's off form, when he's injured. So I think Madueke will play on the right, and I think you'll see a lot better from Madueke in comparison to when we've seen him on the left. I don't like Madueke on the left, to be honest, at all. I think Martinelli will play on the left, and obviously Gyökeres up top. But of course, with Odegaard injured, I do believe Eze will be in that 10. Eberechi Eze. You know, what a player. What a signing. What a signing for Arsenal. And the way it's all happened, the way he snubbed Spurs to go to Arsenal is absolute gold. It's comedy. And when it happened, all I could think about is the food chain is dark. The football food chain is dark. The fact that the Tottenham deal, he was about to go to Spurs, about to go to the lane, it was all but done. The deal was done. Ian Wright said it on the overlap, the deal was done. And Eze gave Arteta that call. Are you sure? Are you sure? I'm about to go to Spurs. Are you sure I can't come through? And Havertz got injured in training. And that's how it works. Like the viral song. What a song, by the way, by Sampha. But that song, it really did all work out. You know what I'm saying, for Eze. And you see when he walked out at the Emirates, you saw the joy. You saw the joy. It's a beautiful story. Listen, I ain't no hater. It's the Arsenal fans that I don't rate. But Arsenal as a club, in terms of the football you guys play and stuff like that, like, you know, it was beautiful. I can't lie, like him walking out, the smile on his face, you see the joy, you see the happiness, you see the pride. Him getting released at, I think, 13, and such a full circle moment to be where he is today after such a stellar season with Crystal Palace winning the FA Cup, winning the Community Shield. And now he's back at Arsenal with the number 10 on his back. And I think he's such a terrific player. And I genuinely think he's going to ball out. He is going to ball out. No doubt about it. So I'm actually excited to see Eze play in this game. I hope he starts. I think he will start. He has to. You don't sign someone for nearly 80 million not to start. So I think he starts. And with Saka and Odegaard injured, I believe this is the perfect way for Eze to introduce himself. Help Gyökeres get a couple goals. Maybe he can get on the score sheet himself. And I believe if he is a pillar in this potential Arsenal win at Anfield, these Arsenal fans will be elated. But Eze is a terrific signing, and I'm excited to see what he can do. Do I want him to do well? I do, but then I don't want Arsenal to do well. But then I don't want Liverpool to do. I'd prefer Arsenal to do better than Liverpool. So it's a lose-lose for me. But hey. And to be fair, one thing about Arsenal, they know how to do an announcement video. That announcement video with the Let It All Work Out tune in the background, the Sanford tune, Ian Wright introducing Ian Wright in the video with the rhetorical questions. I've watched that video so many times because it's honestly, it could be like one of my favorite announcement videos of all time. Just the meaning behind it, the fact that Ian Wright was at Palace, he's come to Arsenal, the same manner, the same age. In fact, they were both 27 when making this move, you know? And just the fact of just the manner in which it all happened, the fact that he was about to go to Tottenham and a complete U-turn has got him to Arsenal it's yeah, it really is amazing. And if you haven't watched that announcement video, I would suggest for you to go watch it because it is actually really, really nice, like as a football fan to see. But outside, when Saka and Odegaard do come back, where does Eze fit in? And the ideal thing is that he goes on that left position, that left wing position, ahead of Martinelli, ahead of Trossard. But then you think he will be an inverted winger. I wouldn't say inside forward, but an inverted winger as a playmaker from the left. So he will be drifting inside because we all know we've all known him to play in the 10. We've never seen him play on the left. So it'll be interesting to see, will he be able to take on a right back one-on-one with the byline right there where he can't go left as much as with the same amount of freedom as he would do in the middle of the park. So that would be interesting to see. But that guy is so talented, so such a baller. So I don't see why not. I back him to be a successor at Arsenal for sure. I really do. But I see him playing on the left, and because he will be inside, he'll be drifting inside. Then does that mean that Calafiori has to play and Miles Lewis-Skelly takes a back seat this season? Because you can't have both of them coming inside, But we'll see how it all pans out, Again, like we've spoken about Liverpool's weakness in terms of the gaps they're going to leave behind when the way they're attacked. Because when you think about the players that Liverpool have signed, it just seems like everyone's more attacking. Frimpong, Kirkes, Wirtz, these are all heavily attacking players. So the spaces they leave behind, will Madueke, Eze, Martinelli, Gyökeres be able to exploit that? Maybe Zubimendi from deep areas, Rice bombing forward. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, Arsenal, they've got the set pieces on their side as well. So it's going to be interesting to see. But then again, I guess Arsenal's weakness in this game will literally be the fact that they've got players out. Arsenal are probably the most balanced team out of the three, Liverpool and City as well, because Liverpool have a relative new team and so do City, whereas Arsenal have added to what they already had. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to that game. I'm sure you guys are too. Score prediction. I really don't want Liverpool to win. I don't want Arsenal to win either, but I really don't want Liverpool to win. So I'm gonna go 1-1. Score prediction 1-1. I'm gonna say scorers. I'm gonna say scorers. Eze. I would actually love to see Eze score. And for Liverpool, yeah, let's go. I want to say Salah, obviously. It's just the obvious option. Maybe he'll score a penalty or something. But could be the other way for Gyökeres. But I'm going to say Eze to score for Arsenal. And I'm backing Wirtz to get his first goal of the season as well in Liverpool colours. Final prediction 1-1. What about yours? Like, comment, subscribe, everybody. Comment what you think the score will be on Sunday and your thoughts. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Don't be shy to comment, man. Like, comment, subscribe, people. I'm out. Peace.